So we have this Ram 2016 Ecodiesel. It's got a code P26AB, and that's for the coolant bypass valve. It's a three-way coolant bypass valve. And right now I currently just have the intake taken off, which isn't too hard. This has an aftermarket intake. It was just that clamp right there, and there's another clamp on that pipe right there. And I just pulled this intake box up, and you can see that the bypass valve is located right there. So we're gonna have to take off, there's 3 of those clamp style hose clamps, as well as that electrical connector. And we have the new coolant bypass valve right here. And you can see you got 1, 2, and then 3. Just a quick note here, when you go to take this electrical connector off, you want to slide that red tab back. And I don't know if you guys can see this. We get to slide it back just like that, and now you should be able to take it off just like that. So make sure you slide that red tab back, because you don't want to break that electrical connector. This would be a whole hassle. Alright, so currently what I did, because once you take those coolant hoses off, coolant's just going to spill everywhere. So I use these special clamps here to pinch off that hose, so hopefully coolant doesn't go everywhere. And they look like this. This one did not fit around that hose. That hose was too big. But just to give you an idea, all you do is slide this up, put this around the hose, squeeze it down, and then this right here will lock it into place. And these things will be hopefully really useful. I do have an extra gallon of coolant if we do lose any, or a lot, which I don't think we will, because everything is pinched off, so I should only lose a little bit of coolant. And let's work on getting those hose clamps off now and hopefully pulling this thing out. Alright guys, just got this out, and it was kind of a bear. These hoses were just stuck on here, and I really struggled trying to get them off. And what I found to be pretty useful was I took some vice grips, and I pretty much grabbed the hose and I tried twisting it back and forth like that, and that finally just broke it loose. So if you guys are doing this and you're having or if you're struggling trying to get these hoses off of the bypass valve, I recommend just getting some vice grips, putting them on the hose, and then just working it back and forth, and then hopefully that will break it loose. Because like I said, I really struggled with that, but got it out. Now, before you install the new part, you want to compare them, make sure that they are the same or similar, and in this case it looks like they are. So we'll start with the installation. So I got this all connected back together. The hoses are in the correct orientation. You can see that. Don't forget your electrical connector. Make sure that's pushed in all the way. Make sure your hoses or your clamps are seated all the way. Make sure that your clamps are put on all the way and everything's tight. You can see that it's clipped in to the bracket here, so it's not going to go anywhere. And the only thing you have to do is put your intake back on. I'm going to top it up with a little bit of coolant. I really didn't lose that much at all, but I'm just going to do it anyways just to be safe. And that's it pretty much. So that's it. Alright, so everything's back together. The intake's put back on. I just topped off the coolant. You can see it's right at that cold fill line. And the only thing left to do is just start it up, watch for leaks, make sure nothing's leaking, and other than that, that's how you would install it.